What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the top 15 side hustles in 2023. Now, I've actually tried a handful of these and have made some decent money from them, so I know you guys can too. And not only are these very easy to start and have very minimal amount of budget that you need to get into these businesses, but you can actually make tons of money with these and make them sustainable and long term. And you can realistically make $100+ in profit per day. So be sure to subscribe down below and let's get right into the video. So if you guys did not know, YouTube actually started monetizing YouTube Shorts, which is basically short form content for YouTube, very similar to TikTok. And you can actually get tons and tons of subscribers from these shorts, and now you can actually monetize them, and people are taking the long form content that they have on their YouTube channel and then cutting them up into shorter form content. Not only this, you can use YouTube Shorts to help your channel get monetized a lot faster. But the caveat here is that a lot of these YouTubers don't really know how to create short form content, and they don't really understand how to go viral, get views, and what actually does well. And they have no idea on how to edit these compared to long form video. This is exactly where you guys can come in. And you guys can create your own short form content creation agency. You can take very important and ideal clips from videos from the YouTuber's channel and then reformat them, add captions to them, and they can be anywhere from 15 seconds to 60 seconds long. The cool thing about this is that you don't need any type of video editing skills, and you can actually outsource a lot of these things on Fiverr or Upwork. This way you guys can focus a lot more on outreach and contacting influencers and those big YouTubers. But mainly what I would focus on is trying to reach out to these micro influencers that have around 100K subscribers, or maybe a little bit lower, or maybe a couple 100,000 subscribers. Because honestly, if you try to reach out as a beginner to these big channels that have multi-million views, that have multi-million subscribers, it's going to be very hard for you to stand out. And the way that you guys can reach out to them is usually they have some sort of email within their description, or like a business contact email, or you can even reach out to them on Instagram. And what I recommend that you guys do is to create your own subscription service, right? So you can charge them anywhere from $300 to maybe $500 just by you uploading 1 to 2 videos per day. And you can also lower and raise this price based off of how long they want the videos to be. And there's really two different options that you have here. You can either outsource the videos to somebody that actually knows how to create them and edit them very well on Fiverr, Upwork, or you can actually just create them yourself. And if you guys are going to be outsourcing these shorts, just make sure that the price that you're paying for them is lower than what you're charging the YouTuber. This way you guys can actually profit, and it'll be a lot more scalable. And one of the best apps you guys can be using to create YouTube shorts and cut up these videos is InShot, CapCut, and the Captions app. Like, just imagine if you guys are able to get 2 to 5 clients per month. That's going to be an extra 1K to even 5K in profit, depending on how many videos they want you to upload. And this is an extremely scalable business. Now, going on to side hustle number 2, and this is one that I really wish that I started doing, especially when I started creating Shopify stores. And this is going to allow you guys to, let's say you set up a Shopify store to try to sell a product and it simply doesn't work out. You don't have to throw that in the trash can. You don't have to think, oh, I wasted all this money. You can actually make a lot of your money back, and even more if you actually sell it on a site like Flippa. People are literally willing to spend tons and tons of money, multiple hundreds, even thousands of dollars, especially if it's professionally built. You have amazing apps on it, has an amazing theme, mainly because they just want to have it out of convenience. And there's simply a lot of people that have a ton of money, don't have a lot of patience, and they don't have the skill set to build these Shopify stores. And this is exactly where you can start reselling websites and putting them up for sale on platforms like Flippa. And if it's within a certain niche or a certain product that people like, they're going to be willing to spend a lot of money on your store. And who knows, they may have a better marketing tactic than you did, so they can actually make money from your Shopify store. And when it comes to the creation of these Shopify stores, I highly recommend that you guys use ChatGPT, which is an AI that can basically type up anything that you ask it. So if you were to be like, hey, type me up a full product description with bullet points about a posture corrector, they're going to be able to do that within 5 seconds. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably aren't super amazing experts in building Shopify stores and know how to code and develop and all this other stuff. So you can actually go on Fiverr as well and find these people, pay them maybe a couple $100s, and then put up the site again on Flippa for $500 or even $1,000, depending on what people are willing to pay. And the cool thing about Flippa is that you can set up bidding for your listing, and you might get a lot more than what you're looking for. And this also works for creating landing pages as well, such as Pagefly or using ClickFunnels. I've seen so many different sellers on there that make $5,000 or even $6,000 a month just reselling these stores, setting them up. And the cool thing about this is that, let's say you started a business, it didn't work out so well, or you created a website, you bought a domain, you did all this, you invested into a Shopify store, and it simply did not work out. Well, now you can put it up for sale, resell it, and I'm sure you guys will actually actually make a profit or at least break even by doing this. This way you guys will have the money to invest into another Shopify store, another business. This way you don't have to start from scratch again. So going on to side hustle number 3, imagine that you guys are just walking outside, taking out the trash on a very hot summer day. You open up the trash can and you just get faced with a whole bunch of nasty garbage juice and a horrible smell. And this is actually a very common problem for a lot of people. And my question to you guys is, how many times have you cleaned out your garbage can, and if ever? Something like this can be extremely lucrative, mainly because a lot of people have this problem that they didn't know about, and all this different gunk and nasty bugs and infestations can go into your house and ruin your home. And a lot of people don't think about this. This is exactly why this is a necessary business model that I think is extremely profitable for summer. And all you guys would need is a pressure washer that you can get from maybe Home Depot or even on Amazon. They're pretty cheap actually, and you can go door to door asking different neighbors. We can clean up your garbage cans. You can leave business cards in their mailbox, maybe in their door, or you can also put up your services on platforms like Facebook or Craigslist. And you guys are probably wondering, well, how much are people actually willing to pay for this service? Well, doing about a little bit of research, we can see that people are willing to pay anywhere from $6 to $10 per trash can. I mean, it doesn't take that long either, but the cool thing about this is that this is very scalable, right? So if you are able to go to maybe 20 or even 50 different houses in a single day, you can make a lot of money. That's at least $100 in profit per day. And the big kicker here is that not only do you want to just offer services like cleaning up your trash can, you can also upsell them on other services like pressure washing their driveway, their windows, even their garage, something like that. And you guys do have to remember, upsells are where it's at in terms of making money with businesses. Like you see businesses like McDonald's and stuff like that, they always ask you, do you want fries with that? That is where the money is made, not with their original product. So if you're able to do this, build up some rapport, have a high average order value, and have a higher profit for every single job that you do, you're going to be able to make a lot more money and have a lot higher profit margins. And just think, you can do this for commercial businesses as well that have these huge trash cans that throw tons and tons of trash and nasty stuff in, and they're going to be willing to pay you a pretty penny to do this. And you can even set people up on a subscription plan if they need it. And this is why being a garbage can cleaner can be extremely profitable and scalable, and can be a multi 6-figure and even 7-figure business that you can outsource to other people. Now going on to side hustle number 4, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen on Facebook Marketplace or even Craigslist people trying to sell their sofas, all their different dressers, all this different furniture for very big discounts with very good deals and heavy discounts, and sometimes even for free. And this is because they're trying to get rid of it, move out, and clear up some space, so they're willing to let it go for a very cheap price. And a lot of these are in very good condition. They aren't damaged, they don't need to be fixed up that bit, and this is exactly where you guys can come in. You can actually buy this furniture, clean it up a bit, take some nice pictures, then also put it up for sale for like $100 or maybe $500 to even $1,000 depending on what the furniture is. Like there's these crazy leather sectionals that sell extremely well on Facebook that people are willing to just get rid of, and you can sell them for so much more than what you get them for. Now the only thing that you would have to worry about in this business is the storage and transportation of all the furniture. So one thing that I do recommend that you guys do, let's say you don't have the money to invest in a truck, right? You can actually rent out a truck on U-Haul or a trailer on U-Haul for $20 a day. And if you guys are able to sell and deliver 1 to 5 sofas per day, you can actually make a couple $100s in profit pretty easily. You would just have to put in the work for the transportation. And this is the perfect side hustle that you guys need to be doing during the summertime, mainly because so many people are moving in and moving out, so they're looking for furniture to buy. This way you guys can catch people's attention while they're scrolling on Facebook and stand out compared to all the other sellers. And you guys will be able to charge a little bit more compared to other people, especially if you have free delivery. Now going on to side hustle number 5, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen all the different crazy car prices right now. There's cars that are going for $30,000 and have 100K plus miles on them, and they simply just do not have the business of being as expensive as they are. And because of this, a lot of people are selling their cars, making a profit, and little did you know, you could actually make a business out of this and take advantage of the time that we're in. You can actually go to car auctions or even Copart.com and get these cars for extremely cheap. And I know what you're thinking, well, there's a lot of crappy cars here, there's probably a lot of lemons and stuff like that, but hear me out on this. There are also a lot of cars on here that may have gotten into minor accidents and were totaled out and just need a little bit of tender love and care in terms of maybe $100 or a couple $100 to get back into working condition. And if you guys didn't know, there's actually sites that'll basically buy any type of car in any condition, just like the site We Buy Any Car. On top of that, there are a ton of different companies and people that are willing to buy individual parts parts from your car. That way you guys, if you can't sell the entire thing, and at least make your money back, if not more. I see tons of people on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and there's even those pull apart yards that do this as a business and make a lot of money from it. And just imagine that you guys bought a vehicle for $1,000, fix it up from a mechanic for $500 to maybe another $1,000. You could probably sell the car for around $5 to $10K, depending on how good of a condition it's in. But this side hustle, out of all the ones that I've just talked about, is going to be the most work. But I do believe if you have a very good knowledge about cars, you can make a lot of money from it. So if you guys love rain, thunder, and ambient sounds on YouTube, I'm sure you guys have seen those videos that are around 10 hours long, and little did you know, these people that are creating these videos are making tons and tons of money. And this is called YouTube automation, where you upload videos for a specific niche, let's say motivational videos or even those rain videos that get millions and millions of views. And the reason as to why this is such a very good side hustle is because you don't have to put in that much effort to get started. Like, we can look at this channel right here on Social Blade that makes tons of money daily. You don't even have to upload a ton of content either. Like, a lot of these times, these channels are going on platforms like Pixabay, Pixels, taking these copyright free videos and then looping them for 10 hours plus on YouTube. Another example are these motivational channels where you don't need to show your face whatsoever. You just have to compile all the different videos that you find online of motivational speakers, different clips, and then put them all together, and then bam, and now you have a very good video that can potentially go viral. And on top of this, if you have some budget on hand, you can also hire people on Fiverr in order to do voiceovers for you to make the videos more engaging. And another reason as to why these types of videos and channels do extremely well is because the insane amount of watch time that these videos receive. And YouTube loves to promote videos that get a ton of watch time. Like, just imagine you get 20 people, at least 20 people, to fall asleep to a 10-hour long video that you set up. Now you're going to be able to get monetized extremely quickly and make money fast. As you guys may know, I've had my dabbles with dropshipping over the past couple of years, and I have decided, like, right now is literally the best time to start, mainly because you need $0 to get started in 2023. And if you guys don't know what dropshipping is, it's a business model where you find a very trending product, let's say a massage gun, you do a little bit of research on it, you see that there are maybe a couple of people selling it, doing extremely well, you create a Shopify store for that product, you create all the different advertising videos, and then you run it on, let's say, a platform like Facebook ads or TikTok ads, and you try to get sales. But the kicker about this business model is that you don't actually need to purchase any type of inventory or buy the product in bulk. You only fulfill the order, you only buy the product once the customer has placed an order on your Shopify store. So if you can find the product on AliExpress for $10, you can sell it on your website for maybe $20, $30, or even $50, depending on how well you brand your product and what people are willing to pay. And once you fulfill that order by paying for it on AliExpress or using another supplier like CJ Dropshipping, that's it. The supplier takes care of it and it's good to go from there. But instead of spending tons and tons of money, we're talking hundreds, if not multiple thousands of dollars on expensive advertising on platforms like Facebook, TikTok, or even Google, you guys are going to be able to advertise completely for free with $0, because we're talking about organic TikTok dropshipping and dropshipping on other platforms like Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. If you guys didn't know, there's tons of people doing this, even teenagers making millions of dollars doing organic TikTok dropshipping, and they aren't spending a single dime on paid advertising. The reason as to why this is a lot better than just the regular traditional dropshipping where a lot of people use paid ads is because your profit margins are a lot higher, so you can make extremely more money. And all you guys would need to do is to find a product by looking up different hashtags. So you can look up TikTok, maybe buy it, you can look up trending products, sort by the last week or month, the most liked video, and you can see what's starting to go viral. Now, this is a common method that a lot of different dropshippers use, and one method that I recommend that you guys use that has a lot less competition is looking at the Amazon new releases section and seeing what types of products are starting to sell extremely well. This is going to allow you to see products that haven't been dropshipped yet, which means they have zero to very little competition. Because if you guys didn't know, like, saturation and all these different competitors selling products is the main reason as to why most dropshippers fail. So if you guys are able to find products very early, you guys are going to be able to have a sort of authority figure in the market. And after you look up your product on, let's say, TikTok, you can actually use those videos and re-upload them on your TikTok account. Now, the only thing that I recommend that you guys do if you are going to be doing this, make sure you edit those videos a little bit, because TikTok TikTok knows when you're doing this. So you don't want to entirely just rip videos. I recommend editing them in platforms like InChat, where you can basically zoom in a little bit on the video or maybe add a little bit of text. And then once you guys get those videos up on your TikTok account, link your store and everything like that, you can also upload them on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and even Pinterest. The amount of free traffic that you guys can get on a daily basis is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, you can even check out these videos here of the screen cleaner and how big these accounts have grown in the past couple of months. And you guys have to understand, a majority of these sales that these people are getting is mostly profit. We're talking like 50 to 60%. So if you get a sale for $20, you're going to be making at least $10 profit for every single sale that you get. And that's mainly because you're spending $0 on marketing and you're just relying on the algorithm to go viral and get you free traffic. And so this has to be one of the best side hustles to start in 2023, especially if you have $0 or a very minimal budget. And honestly, if you want to speed up this process a lot faster, I do recommend buying the product off of Amazon and creating your own videos, because these platforms love custom content that it hasn't seen before. Now, going on to side hustle number 8, I'm sure you guys know that art is an absolutely huge niche and people are willing to spend hundreds if not thousands of dollars on a daily basis just to decorate their apartment, especially on very unique canvases that can really spice up your home. And you're probably wondering, well, I don't know how to draw, I don't know how to create amazing artworks and stuff like that. And the cool thing is that you actually don't need to. You can use platforms like Pexels that have copyright free pictures, and you can combine this with a print on demand Shopify store. There are tons of different apps that you guys can use to create custom canvases where you don't even have to lift a finger trying to create it. All you would need is the specific art piece, and then you can put it on the canvas, and then that's basically it. That company and app will do it for you. And you're probably wondering as well, how do I get traffic? How do I get sales for this type of thing? You can actually use a platform like Etsy to do this, and there's tons of people doing this currently for all types of canvases. So once a customer places an order for the canvas that they want on your Etsy shop, you simply just have to put in that order on your Shopify store. And this is what print on demand is, and you're basically just using Etsy for free traffic. I mean, just look at these sellers here that are doing the exact same thing. They're getting tons of orders and reviews, and are most likely making like 6 to 7 figures. And you can even see how many orders they got, how many reviews they have, and you can even create those very simple motivational canvases that probably take around 5 minutes to make. Now, just imagine if you combine this business with YouTube automation, you could be making so much money. You just simply put your Etsy shop in the description of the YouTube videos or even in the comment section, and people will be willing to buy your products. Now, going on to side hustle number 9, I'm sure a lot of you guys did not know that you can monetize your skills. A lot of people have amazing skill sets and techniques and all this different knowledge, and they didn't know that they can make tons and tons of money with them, and that people are willing to pay a pretty penny to have access to your knowledge. An example would be building a professional Shopify store. This is something that's second nature to me. It's very easy to do, very simple, but for a lot of people, it's like a completely different language because they don't understand the space and they have never done it before. So they're willing to go out of their way and spend whatever amount of money to get it done for them. And because of this, people are willing to pay out of convenience. You can sort of see a theme with all these different side hustles that we're talking about today, and it just comes down to convenience and just paying people to do a job that they're either too lazy to do or they simply don't have the skill set to do it. And there are really a couple of different ways that you can go out and monetize your skills. The very first way, just by having your own YouTube channel. There are tons of different people talking about like camera equipment. There's people that sell all types of different courses. We have like coding channels that'll put different like tutorial videos that are like an hour plus long. And if you guys didn't know, you can actually put ads in these videos on your YouTube channel once you get monetized. And because you're creating this free content on YouTube, people are going to be a lot more willing to have you as their mentor. People are going to be more willing to buy your courses, which you can literally put in the descriptions of your videos. And the more value that you're able to give for completely free, people are going to be more willing to invest into you. And then also another way that you guys can monetize your skills is just by being a freelancer on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. There are tons of different agencies or individuals that will have their own listing on there and make 6 and even 7 figures a year just by selling their skills. The cool thing about monetizing your skills is that you can build a personal brand out of it. So we can take like this fitness channel as an example. And not only are they able to sell all these different training courses and different one-on-one mentorships or even online training, they're also able to sell supplements and all these different pre-workouts and stuff like that. And once you have like an established authority in a space, people are going to be more willing to invest into you. And also you're basically an authority figure for whatever topic that you're in. Now going on to side hustle number 10, and this one one is very cool because I didn't really know about it, and there's actually tons and tons of people making money from it. So this may be the perfect one that you guys can start this year. And so I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Amazon FBA or even dropshipping on Amazon, but did you guys know you can actually make a ton of money just by being a part of the Amazon influencer program? As you guys can see on some of these Amazon listings, there are a couple of review videos that people make that are attached to the listing along with the original seller's videos. And these are actually not made by the seller. These are actually reviews of the product that people made individually, and they're making money from these videos, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how. Every time a customer clicks on these videos and watches, let's say, the first 30 seconds or a minute, and they go to buy the product, the creator of these review videos gets a commission, and usually it's around 10%. And making these types of videos is extremely easy. Like if you have a decent camera, some great lighting, or even just a regular iPhone X or something like that, you can stand out and make very nice videos and make customers want to buy the product. And there are so many different listings that are doing extremely well. They're making like 6 figures a month that simply don't have these types of videos yet. So this is a perfect opportunity for you guys. Like just imagine if you hopped on a product that costs hundreds of dollars and you made a 10% commission on every single sale. Like bro, that's an easy $100+ in profit per day, especially if it's a listing that gets tons and tons of traffic and orders. And the cool thing about this is that you can get started for completely free. You can reach out to these sellers, be like, hey, I can create a review video for you for completely free. You can just give me the product for free and I'll do it. And one thing that I do recommend that you guys do, like if you see a listing that has tons and tons of reviews and it has a whole bunch of videos, it might be a little too competitive. So you can also go on the Amazon new releases section or even the bestseller section, see what types of products are starting to sell well. Like if a product has 100+ reviews within the past month or two, that is a very good sign that it's selling very well and it's a very new product, so it probably doesn't have that many review videos yet. So if you guys wanted a side hustle that you can start for free, that's basically it. So the Amazon influencer program is a very good side hustle that you guys can start with $0. Now going on to side hustle number 11. So if some of you guys have a lot of space around your house, or let's say you have a big apartment, you can take advantage of that, especially if you're not using a lot of the room. There are platforms like neighbor.com where you can rent out your space and basically pay off your mortgage or live there for free. Like rent is up nowadays, housing pricing is absolutely insane, so people are more willing to stay with other people and stay in rooms and extra spaces in people's houses. And the crazy thing about this is that I see people charging like $1,500 or even $2,000 a month just to live in someone's basement. And people are actually willing to pay this price because they can't find good deals in their area. And it's actually extremely easy to rent out your home or even your apartment. You can use websites like neighbor.com or even Airbnb, which is obviously a huge platform as well. And believe it or not, there's literally people that will live out of Airbnbs, and people can actually book entire months on these platforms just to stay at your place, and you're making all this free money. And the cool thing about this is that you don't actually have to rent out your space to people to live in. You can also have these spaces for storage for people that don't want to use the traditional storage facilities that can cost a ton of money. Like on Neighbor, you guys can see you can have self-storage, car storage, RV storage, boat storage, trailer storage, business inventory, fleet parking. So there are a ton of different things that you can use Neighbor for. And if you guys are leaning more on trying to rent out your area or your space to somebody to live in, I do recommend using Airbnb. Like it's absolutely insane to me on here. There's literally cabins that are super tiny that people are renting out for $200 or even $300 a day. And it's not like you guys have to provide a bunch of food for them and everything like that and take care of them. All you have to have is just a well-furnished area, and they're going to be willing to live there. And as long as they have a nice place to sleep every single night, they're going to be willing to pay you probably anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month. And that's just all profit coming right into your bank account. Now going on to side hustle number 12, we're going to be talking about food delivery. Now this is something that I personally did a couple of years ago as well, and I did DoorDash, and a couple of my buddies did this as well. And honestly, it's a very good side hustle, especially to start during the summertime. If you guys live in an area where there are tons of people, let's say Atlanta, Miami, LA, there are tons of people that are willing to spend an extra $10 to $20 on top of their meal just to get it delivered to their door. And if you know these areas extremely well, you can make a ton of money because you're going to be able to deliver food for people very efficiently and effectively, which is going to get you a lot more tips. I personally did it for around, I think, 2 months or so. And the cool thing about it is that from what I've seen, when you have a customer that places a huge order, they're going to be more willing to tip you, especially in areas where people have tons of money. And obviously you guys would need a car to do this, or you can even do it with your friends. You would just have to worry about the gas prices and having a fuel efficient car. You can also do this with like Uber Eats as well. You just have to be willing to put in the work. Like for me personally, I tried to do DoorDash all over Atlanta. It was a very big mistake for me, mainly because I didn't know Atlanta or the city all that well. But I did realize that, and there were a ton of people that were ordering DoorDash within Atlanta. And if you guys are able to capitalize on all these different people and be willing to go out of your way to learn the area, you guys can make a ton of money and get these orders delivered very quickly, which is going to make you a lot of money in tips. And from what I've seen and what I've seen my friends do, you can make an extra $500 to $1,200 a month just by doing this, which can take care of some of your guys' rent or even your car insurance. And then going on to side hustle number 13, we're going to be talking about Google. Google is actually the biggest search engine in the world, and businesses use it every single day to promote their business, to scale their business. And the thing about it is that there are a ton of businesses out there that simply do not know how to navigate Google ads or know how to put their business up on Google in general. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, I know nothing about Google ads. I don't know how to run Google ads or even set them up. But the cool thing about it is that you don't need to. You can actually get certified through Google as a Google ad specialist for completely free. And if you guys go to skillshop.withgoogle.com, you guys are going to be able to sign up for a free training and learn how to be a Google ad specialist. And I know what you guys are thinking as well. Well, how much can I actually make from this, because I don't have a degree and this is something that requires maybe a lot of skills. The cool thing about this is that if you go on platforms like Fiverr or even Upwork, you guys can see that there are a ton of people that have made 6 and even 7 figures individually, and some of them even have their own agencies. Like, just imagine if you are able to build rapport within a certain niche of businesses and eventually make 6 and 7 figures per month managing the Google ads of multi-million-dollar companies. And I'm sure you guys know a lot of different local businesses around your area that simply don't have a presence on Google, and they could have a lot more money coming in if they actually had a specialist. Now, going on to side hustle number 14, as you guys know, gutters around your house keep water from your roof and keep water from damaging your house. And the thing about it is that a ton of people forget to clean them throughout the year, and they build up a whole bunch of dirt, leaves, branches, and they clog up all the gutter. And this causes extreme damage to the gutters and even to your house, and they can actually even fall off of your house. And most people simply do not want to have to clean their gutters, and they're willing to pay a pretty penny for someone else to do it. This is exactly where you guys can come in as a gutter cleaner. And all you guys need is a ladder, some hefty gloves, and clients. And the way that you guys can get clients is by putting up your services on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, or you guys can also go door to door as well. This is going to help you guys build your sales skills, and this is something that's absolutely essential if you guys want to make money with business. And if you guys are going to be doing these types of services, I highly recommend combining them with the other side hustles that we talked about today. Like an example would be the garbage can cleaners, mainly because you're going to be able to upsell them on all these different services, and you'll be pretty surprised. A lot of people would just want to get this all out of the way at once, and will probably pay you anywhere from $500 to maybe even $1,000 or $2,000 to get it all out of the way. And I promise you guys, if you are able to learn these sales skills, you're going to be able to be successful with basically any type of business that you get into. Now, going on to side hustle 15, this is something that a lot of you guys probably simply do not want to hear, but that's getting a part-time job. There are tons of openings for jobs nowadays, especially with Walmart, you got Target, you got Hobby Lobby, all these really big convenience stores that are willing to pay people anywhere from $10 to even $20 an hour as a entry-level job. And simply by doing this maybe for a couple days out of the week can make you anywhere from an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. This can cover your insurance, this can cover your rent, and there's really no shame in picking up a job, especially if you're going to be utilizing it to reach your long-term goal. And to be honest with you, this is probably one of the best ways that you guys can make money on the side as a side hustle in order for you guys to have guaranteed pay. But other than that, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you got a ton of value out of it. These are the top 15 side hustles that I highly recommend that you guys do and start this year, and hopefully you guys can make a ton of money with them because they're super simple to start, have a very minimal budget that is required, if any at all, and you can actually build them into long-term and sustainable businesses that you can make millions of dollars from. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.